Well, she's been an opening act for some of the best-known artists in show business, but even when Sylvia Traymore Morrison is on stage alone, she has giants of the entertainment industry right at her fingertips, and that's because she's one of the most gifted impressionists working today. She's a friend of the show and wanted to stop by and help us kick off this expanded long hour. Come on, keep walking, keep walking.
Come on, grab a seat.
Hey, Sylvia.
Don't trip.
Welcome.
Hello.
Good morning to you.
Hi.
Yeah, good morning. Good to see you.
You brought your characters with you.
I did.
It's easy for you. You get to carry them everywhere. You got them all
In my
inside.
pocket, everywhere.
Okay.
Whatever.
All right. Well, it's good to see you this morning.
Thank you. Congratulations on the new show.
Well,
I watched you
thank you
guys
so much.
yesterday. It was wonderful.
Okay.
The mayor was here. Well, Mayor and-
Yeah. All
You've been
right.
doing comedy. You've been doing impressions for a long time. What are some of your favorites?
I think nowadays, maybe Whoopi Goldberg, Wendy Williams. I just recently started doing.
Is that a Wendy Williams, how you doing wig you got
Yes,
there?
it is, and I thought I'd bring her to you guys right
Okay.
before her show comes on.
Right.
So,
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So just let me know whenever you are ready.
Hey, man, well, it's you do your thing. Do your thing, because
I wasn't
It's not
sure what
your
you were
show. You
combing
do
back
whatever
there.
you
Yeah.
like.
You know, when I first started doing impressions, Dinah Ross was one of my very first
all right.
impressions.
The
Because
boss.
I thought I was her.
Okay.
I did.
all right.
I thought
Did
I
you
was Dinah
sing
Ross.
too when you were Dinah Ross?
Oh, so I was singing, talking, acting, all of this, and the whole bit. But wait a minute, let me
All
let me
right.
figure out how
Get
you.
in character, okay?
All right. Oh, wow, look at that.
Oh my God! Look, how you doing?
That's pretty good.
You know, I'm excited to be here this morning. I am. I'm
How do
very
you like
excited.
that we're your lead-in for your show now, Wendy? How do you like that we come on right before, that we're on before you?
Well, I guess I do like it. I do. I like it like I like my wigs. I do. And I'm just really just delighted. And I've got some hot topics today. I
Okay.
do. I do.
Like
What
what?
do you have ruined?
Well, you know that Jay-Z and Beyonce
Okay.
went through their whole thing. And Solange, I'm kind of glad she finally got it together. I am. I do. You know.
That's a pretty good.
We'll just keep you on at 11 o'clock then.
Yeah, right.
Actually,
Actually, why don't you finish out this part of the show and next 20 minutes?
Right.
You know.
Let me ask you something, because
Sure.
when you started out, now you actually had like a little bit with Saturday Night Live back in the early days of
Yes.
Saturday Night Live.
Yes.
Now it's interesting now because one of the impressions that you do is Michelle Obama, and Saturday Night Live came under fire not that long ago because they said that they didn't have any people that could play these roles that were on the show. Do you think they made the right move in hiring somebody to come on board? Obviously not the right move because they didn't bring you on board, but I mean, it's not to be too serious about it, but I would think that everybody wants to be represented, even in the world of comedy.
Yeah, I think they did a pretty good move in bringing Sashir on. She is funny. I think she's pretty much perfect. Actually, when they hired me back in the 70s, oh, I'm giving up my age. I'm telling my age. But when they brought me on board back in like 1979, they had only been on the air like 4 or 5 years.
Right.
And the reason why they were bringing me on was so that I could kind of help navigate the writing for African-American women.
Now, was Garrett Morrison on there when you?
Garrett's the one
Okay.
that took me over there to meet
Okay.
Mr. Michaels, which
And
was
I
Lorne
believe he's
Michaels.
from here. Is he
He's-
from here or lived here? Or?
I think he was here for a while.
Okay,
He
all
was
right.
here for a
Okay.
But he
while.
had the best closed captioning ever, right?
Right, yeah.
I love that. But isn't it interesting, though, that now if that was back in the 70s, and then it took all the way until
way.
now,
Just
that
amazing.
things didn't change in that whole time.
You know, and I hate to say this because I don't want to sound like the angry black woman. But back then, I didn't have my own desk.
Right.
You know, I mean, I literally just walked around and
Did everybody else
talked
have
to
their own
people.
desk?
Oh, yeah. I was there with John Belushi and Dan Aykroyd and, of course, Garrett Morris and, you know, the big ones.
Sure.
Yeah, the heavy
first
hitters.
ones, the big ones
Right.
that first came out.
Okay.
Well, you're
So,
still
yeah.
out there now. You have a book out.
I do.
Tell us about that.
It's entitled Almost There, Almost, The Many Faces of Sylvia Traymore Morrison, and it chronicles all that stuff that happened. When I started thinking about my history, I'm like, Red Foxx was my manager. How many people can say Red Foxx was
Really?
their manager?
Wow.
Yes, I was overseas entertaining the troops because I was part of the Miss Black America combo that they sent over to entertain the troops. And a guy saw me who was the manager of a group called Taste the Honey. They won a Grammy.
I remember Taste the
And
Honey.
he said, "You've got to meet Red Fox. He's a good friend of mine, and he's going to love what you do," and blah, blah, blah. And I did. He signed me on the spot.
Okay.
And then I got to thinking, you know, I was at the Comedy Store when few black people were even there.
Wow,
and then
okay.
I moved on. I toured with Whitney Houston
Yep.
exclusively. It was just the two of us. I opened, she closed, and she was winning all kind of Grammys and
Okay.
all this just wonderful stuff.
Yeah, you were there way back when.
Yeah, I was, I
Okay.
was
Well,
there.
you have some stories to tell.
I do.
Right.
I wrote this book and I chronicled
Okay.
all of that stuff, and then life happened, and then I came back, and Whoopi Goldberg, you know, if she was
Right.
here, she'd say to you guys, you know, I was really on a mission when I first started. I was on this mission, and then I see this chick, Sylvia Traymore Morrison. I'm telling you, this girl was just really doing her thing, and you guys are doing your thing too, and I'm happy to be here.
Oh, wow.
Well, Whoopi, we're
So
glad to have
you're
you.
here, still going strong, and you're still here in the nation's capital,
That's
right?
good.
Yes, I am.
Yeah.
I
Great.
am.
Cool.
Thank you, Sylvia.
Well, thank you for coming in and hanging out with us. We appreciate it.
Thank you. And if anybody wants to pick up a copy of the book, they can go to my website at sylviaohyeah.com.
You
Gotcha.
got it.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thanks
Cool.
for coming and putting
Thank
that
you
out there.
very much.
And you got another show to do from 11 to 12. That's when Wendy's on every day, as soon as we're done here.
All right, well,
Thank
we've
you.
been talking about this all morning. Coming up next, the least favorite and favorite fast food chain.
Yeah, we got a lot of response on this.
Yeah,
Still
Keep 'em
trying to put
coming.
my list together.
I've got a little bit of a
You-
list.
You have to figure out what your favorites are. You like them all,
There's too
don't
many,
you?
yeah.
Uh-huh.
Whatever's in front of me.